I think all the statements that have come out clearly show growth triumphalism. An environment, okay, environment is something that we pay respect to, but it's not something that is central in the growth concern. So at a philosophical level, I think everybody in the government accepts the need to protect the environment, but when it comes to making choices, the choices certainly are in favor of big corporates, which would impose a short term and a medium term environmental cost. Well, I think first and foremost, we must recognize that we have standards, we have laws, we have rules and for regulations. Now those need to be enforced, whether they relate to air pollution, whether they relate to water pollution or chemical contamination. So whether it's the quality of air in Delhi or the cleaning of the Ganga, it's the enforcement of standards, the strengthening of the enforcement and regulatory institutions that is going to be key. Well, the most important takeaway is that the Minister of Environment and Forests is not in a popularity contest. He's not in a beauty contest. He's not going to win any friends. He's going to make new enemies of old friends and maybe make old friends of new friends of old enemies, perhaps. But you're trying to navigate a middle path. On the one side, you have the need for environment protection and conservation, and on the other you have the need for faster economic growth. So both have to be married, both have to be merged, both have to converge, and a balance has to be struck between the two. And that's the central message, that you cannot afford economic growth, you cannot afford to ignore economic growth, but you certainly cannot afford to ignore environment. So this grow now, pay later model is simply not tenable in the Indian context. Growth has to be rapid, growth has to be inclusive, and most importantly, growth has to be sustainable.